Hey guys, Kevin Nelson here, coming back to you with Kevin Nelson's 90-Day Success Formula. And I'm excited to talk with you about this today. Day 5, I'm calling it Get Money, Intention versus Expectation. And, you know, there's a difference in intentions and expectations. And since, you know, there's been a lot of content over the last 4 days, this kind of dumped on you and you know, it can get overwhelming. And what this video is going to do is help you kind of put everything together that we've talked about over the last couple of days and really know what to expect. And you know, that's going to be a key factor in just your happiness on this path to your own success. So take a look at this, you know, in terms of intentions. You know, look at what the definition of intentions. It says a course of action that a person intends to follow. A course of action. You know, your intentions, when you set that intention, there's already implied that there are actions that are going to have to be taken that you intend to follow. You know, we often make intentions and we intend to follow this course of action. It kind of pops in your head. A lot of people don't write this down. You know, a lot of people don't set that goal and make it a goal. Look at this, number 2. A goal or purpose behind a specific action or set of actions. So your intention has a goal and also a purpose that's back there, that's behind a set of actions, an action or a set of actions. You know, when you join your business, when you join that new opportunity, and you've looked at everything that you can look at about the opportunity. It's a good company. It's in a good industry. There are people buying and selling the product, using the product, loving the product. There are people making lots of money in that company. You know, you have the intention of making a bunch of money in that opportunity, and you join. That's one action. There's a whole set of actions that is going to lead to your success in that situation. So we're going to talk about this and look at expectations. So if you're expecting to make a bunch of money and you've only taken one action, you just joined, or maybe you haven't even joined anything yet, you're still sitting on the fence speculating about what's really going on inside the system or inside this business, you need to take some action, okay? Look at this. You can have an intention, but if it's not a goal or a purpose and it's not backed with action, a specific set of actions in most cases, how do you expect that you're going to reach your goal? I mean, it's kind of crazy. Look at this. Down here, number 4, it says a stretching or bending of the mind toward the mind or toward an object, closeness of application, fixedness of attention, earnestness. You know, that's kind of obscure, but fixedness of attention, closeness of application of these actions in line with your goal. You need to have proper intentions in the front. And you know, if your intentions are not good, obviously it's not going to lead to a good place. So, you know, I believe they need to be, you know, of good purpose. Look at here, another thing that was on Wikipedia. Intention is an agent's specific purpose in performing an action or series of actions, the end or goal that is aimed at. Outcomes that are not anticipated and not foreseen are known as unintended consequences. You know, see, that falls back to planning. I mean, how many times have you intended to do something? You halfway take some of the actions necessary. You don't really put out a plan of action to take, and so there's a lot of unintended consequences that occur because you didn't plan it out. You know, if you don't plan to succeed, you plan to fail. You know, there's a plan going on there, regardless of whether you know it or not. Look at the definition of expectations. Expectation. The act or state of expecting or looking forward to an event as about to happen. Okay, that's which is expected or looked for. The prospect of the future, grounds upon which something excellent is expected to occur. Prospect of anything good to come, especially property or rank. You know, expectations are key, and you need to have proper expectations in your business. If you're not taking the necessary actions, then you can't expect to be making money inside your business, if that's what you're looking for. You can't be expecting to have a more fulfilling marriage and family life if you're not taking the actions and fully committing to that situation. You can't have expectations of all this greatness if you're not performing at a great level. Does that make sense? And it's not necessarily something that you can flip the switch on. You know, your own skills and your own mindsets, it may be something that you can flip the switch on and you can expect to be great in that area because you're already really good. But you know that in order to take good to great, it's going to take work, it's going to take dedication, it's going to take consistent daily action, just like an athlete, and training yourself to get better each and every day. Then you can expect the best. When you're performing at the level of the best, you can expect the outcomes that are likened to that which people at that level get, the best results. If you want the best results, you need to get better with your actions, you know. And I realize that, I might get fired up talking about some of this stuff, but seriously, I understand. If I'm pointing a finger, I've got three pointing back at me, and I've already taken stock of that. And I'm working on a lot of this stuff every day too. You know, this helps me just to share some of these philosophies with you and some of the things that I've learned. Just recently, I watched a video with one of my mentors, and he was talking about expectations, and it really got to me because I realized that I'd gotten to a place in my own business where I was expecting, just because I knew some of the stuff that I knew, because I'd been in the industry for a while, I just expected that I should be, making more money than what I was making. But when it got right down to it, and I really looked at what is it that I'm doing, what kind of value am I bringing to people, how, what's my work ethic gotten to? I was more expecting something that I didn't deserve. So if you want things to get better, you have to get better. I just thought this was neat. This is also on Wikipedia here. It said, in case of uncertainty, expectation is what is considered the most likely thing to happen. I mean, seriously, you hear this all the time. People are like, yeah, that probably happened to me. Guess what? It's because they're uncertain. They don't have a proper expectation because they have uncertainty. If you gather all the knowledge and you're certain on a situation, you're convinced, your expectation is different than if you're not certain and have belief. With an expectation, which is a belief that is centered on the future, may or may not be realistic. It may or may not be real, but it can be brought to be realistic from up here in being certain, having belief. A less advantageous result gives rise to the emotion of disappointment. If something happens that is not all expected, it's a surprise. Well, guess what? Yeah, there's a surprise. And it should be no surprise that if you're not planning for these things, you're going to have some disappointment. If you expect to never be disappointed, then that's a wrong expectation. Do you understand that bringing this all together? Here's some get money action steps. And really this is, success action steps. I should throw the get money thing in there because, a lot of people think that that's what success is for some reason. It's getting money. I heard that success is like an amplifier. It's only going to amplify what's really in your heart, what's really at the center of your intentions. So, one of the first things that we talked about was, setting a clear intention and upstanding a good intention. Not just good for you, but good for people. Where does money come from? It comes from other people. Other people have it. You have to develop a relationship with money that is good, a relationship with people that's good. You have to lend value. You have to give this value to other people if you expect for them to give you their money, right? But it has to be a good intention, and write it down. You need to write this stuff down. That's one of the first things that you can do to bring your intention, to bring your goal, to bring your, idea from this mystical floating around in the ether. You can't see it, it's just a brainwave, to bringing it right here in front of you into tangible, you can touch it now. You just wrote it down. Yeah, I know it's just on a piece of paper, but write it down. It just became physical. Get a picture. Draw a picture. Have someone else draw you a picture that is an artist. I don't care. Get it in front of you. Get it in that physical form. You can see your intention. It's good. Paint this out, Reach deep down inside and determine your true reasons, your true why. Because that's what's going to keep you going when it gets tough. That's what's going to, keep you dedicated. That's what's going to keep you to taking the actions that are necessary. You have to perceive those actions that are needed for success to occur. When you get the intention, this supercomputer you have up here, it starts working. You can see a possible, layout, an order of operations almost. You need to write those things down, make you a little outline. Start to move them around. Well, what's a logical order? If you don't know logical order, find someone that does. It's really easy to model after success, okay? Just take a look at your leaders, your people in your companies, the people that you look up. Who are your mentors right now? Who are the people showing you how to do? They're saying do it this way. They're showing you the actions that are necessary. Okay, get in there and look at that. Let's do that. Let's perceive the actions necessary. Write it down. Write it down for yourself. What are you going to have to do to make this work for you? Okay? Develop proper expectation based on those actions that are taken. Okay? If you know you're not going to take action, you can't expect that you're going to gain some kind of return. But if you know that you're going to take the action, then you can expect a certain outcome based on that level, based on that level of action that you're able to right now. Everybody starts at a different place, and everybody has a different path on their road through success, through a successful, fulfilling life. It's different for each person. So here's what you can do. You want to perform consistent daily actions in the right way, with the expectation of success to be in direct proportion to your level of belief in your intentions and at the level at which you supply value through your actions. Write this stuff down. Write down the actions that you're taking. Be real with yourself. You know what you're doing, what you're not doing. You can lie to your sponsor or your mom and dad, and you can't lie to yourself. You can't lie to God. You can't lie to the universe. You're putting this stuff out there. Write it down. Make it physical. Know where you're at. Set good intentions. Determine your true reasons why. These are deep-seated. That's going to keep you going when you have these little hurdles that you have to get over. You're going to look back, and if you've got a good intention and you have these deep-seated reasons why you're doing what you're doing, and a belief in that you know the actions that need to be taken, and that you're good. You're good with this. You know this for a good reason. See, that's why it goes back on your intentions and your why. If it's not for a good reason, you're not going to feel good about it. You're going to get easily discouraged. If you don't have a real passionate, belief back there as to why you're doing what you're doing, you're not going to keep taking action when it gets rough. And trust me, it's going to get rough. You're going to have hurdles to overcome just like everyone. The difference in the successful guy in your business right now and you if you're not as successful as you want to be, is that they stuck in there. They hung in there. Stick and stay and you'll get your pay. Did you ever hear that one? Stick and stay and you'll get your pay. Keep moving forward. I know this has been some helpful content for some of you. Give me some feedback, and this has been Kevin Nelson, my 90-Day Success Formula, Day 5. Get money, your intention versus expectations. Have a great day. Click on the other banners around here. Get started with our community and learn from some of these same folks that I've been learning from over the years, and get started today in your business. You have to get started. Take the first step. You guys are awesome. Peace.